The National Weather Service and CAL FIRE have just made the announcement that there is a red flag warning for large parts of Southern California. This is not just LA, it goes all the way down to Mexico. So this is a huge swath of land. This is a pre-evacuation warning. This is a, hey, you're in a high-risk zone. The risks are even higher today. You need to really start preparing what you're going to have to do if you have to evacuate or if a fire pops up in your area. We can't predict fire as far as when exactly it's going to start. Like, we can't predict house fires, we can't predict wildfires as far as where they spark and where they start. So paying attention to National Weather Service warnings such as this is really important before we even get to the point of needing evacuation orders of a level 1, 2, or 3. Listening to this and listening to these warnings, paying attention to these warnings, and being realistic with yourself and your family as far as we need to be ready, as far as we need to know our evacuation plan, we need to know where we might be going or options where we may go, what we want to take with us, all of those really hard conversations we have to have with ourselves and our family in the case that we need to go. Once an evacuation warning is in place is really not the time to be starting those conversations or starting that thought process, especially when you've had a red flag warning. This is not a reason for anybody outside of this zone to blame anybody during an evacuation or blame residents as if, oh, they knew. No, they didn't. We don't know when fires are going to spark. We don't know exactly where they're going to start. We can't predict fire to that level. But they are really pushing this information as far as these are high-risk zones. The weather is really, really dangerous for fire right now. These fires are really difficult to fight right now. So this is a great advanced warning tool as far as this is information, you need to be ready. They have a lot of resources on their websites, National Weather Service as well as CAL FIRE. CAL FIRE is putting out phenomenal information on all of their social media directly through their websites. Their public information officers are working overtime to try and communicate very clearly and very factually to the public. If you don't live in a wildfire zone and you're not affected by this is still great resources for you to learn from on how communication is sent through, what is communicated during and before disasters, because it's an active disaster happening right now with a possibility of it getting worse.